What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Michel Rivera versus Frank Martin, and this was a 12 rounder for the WBA Lightweight World Title Eliminator. And this fight was Saturday, December 17th, from the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this fight was broadcasted on Showtime. And in this fight, Frank Martin was able to get a dominant and wide unanimous decision victory over Michel Rivera. So I personally scored this bout 120 to 107 in favor of Frank Martin. So Martin looked phenomenal in this fight, and the three judges scored this bout 117 to 110, 118 to 109, and 120 to 107, all in favor of Martin. So like I said, Martin looked really good in this fight. He handed Michel Rivera the first ever loss of his career. I mean, this fight was supposed to be a 50-50 fight that could have went either way. I personally was actually picking Michel Rivera to win close on points. If you do check out boxingtalk.com, I post a lot of other predictions there. I wasn't able to get a video down for this one for my prediction because I had a lot of stuff going on this past week, but still, I was picking Rivera to win, and obviously Frank Martin seriously surprised me. I mean, he did a phenomenal job in this fight, and I don't even need to break down this fight round by round. That's how clear it was and wide this fight was for Frank Martin. I mean, he dominated Rivera. This is how I saw the fight. I mean, every single round, Frank Martin would just do more than Rivera. I mean, even in the earlier parts of the fight when it was supposed to be somewhat more competitive, when they're both supposed to be feeling each other out, Martin would just steal rounds easily, going with the left hand to the body, to the head. I mean, the thing is, Michel Rivera wasn't really that active throughout this fight in terms of when he was throwing shots, throwing punches. But, I mean, Frank Martin was just really stealing these rounds and winning them easily, just digging left hands to the body, to the head, and just tagging and tattooing Rivera from the outside and even coming forward as well. I mean, he really looked good in this fight. His defense was pretty sharp. He only got caught by a few shots from Rivera, but took them relatively well. This was an overall like A-plus performance for Frank Martin. And then in the seventh round, Frank Martin did score a knockdown, actually. Rivera jumped in. Frank Martin utilized what he learns in the camp with his defense, with his counter-punching ability, and he landed a pullback left hand flush on Michel Rivera, sending him down in that seventh round. That was a big round for Martin. And then just overall to the last bell of the fight, Martin just dictated the pace and easily won it. And my scorecard obviously winning every single round. So if you were watching this fight, comment down below how you scored it. I would imagine that it is very wide for Martin. But nonetheless, this goes into the question, what is next for Frank Martin? Now still undefeated. I believe his record is now 18-0, something like that. Yeah, he's really, really good. He is the real deal. I mean, the thing is, the reason why I was picking Martin to win, or the reason why I was picking Rivera to win, is because Martin actually had a bit of a very competitive fight with Jackson Marinez, but I mean, here he definitely really worked on stuff in the game, or worked on stuff in camp, really got better in this camp, and he fought very sharp in this fight. He looked sharp, he fought excellently. I mean, he did really well. So this was an eliminator for the WBA title at 135 pounds. So, I mean, this could definitely open up a lot of things, being that he's on Showtime, works with PBC, whatever. Like, we could possibly see Frank Martin face Rolando Romero, or also known as Rolly Romero, for some type of eliminator as well. We could possibly see that. I'd love to see that fight, actually. Maybe we'll be able to see... I mean, maybe we'll just be able to see him face someone inside the top 15, top 10 in the lightweight division. I mean, really, for Frank Martin, if he's able to easily win this fight over Michel Rivera, I definitely think he'll be able to beat really any of these guys around that sort of like top 20, top 15 level. So, I mean, based on this performance, I definitely think he should be facing guys around the top 10 or just outside it. For his next fight, obviously. But obviously, since he works with Showtime, the Rolly Romero fight could definitely happen. We could possibly see him face maybe someone like a Jorge Linares. I mean, who knows, something like that. But really, I would like to see him face someone around the top 15 to top 10, maybe just outside that level around there. But someone who's a game opponent that could definitely give him a tough fight. And that'd be a very good win for him as well. But as for Michel Rivera, losing here for the first time in his career, I think he's just going to go back for his next fight, rethink some things, work on some stuff in his next camp, and I think that for his next fight, I think he'll face a lower level guy, maybe on like a YouTube stream for Showtime or something like that, or maybe on a preliminary card or an undercard, something like that. Like I don't think he's going to be on a main card fighting a top tier guy. I think he's going to be just rebuilding himself back up to where he was prior to this fight and trying to get himself back into contention for a world title. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.